It's a full body stretch. As the arms come up, can you slide your right knee into your chest, take hold of your shin lightly, so not over gripping, and fold your thigh closer to your body. Could you flex your left foot and send your toes up to the sky? Can we take an inhale, just noticing, softening the shoulders, and as you exhale, lengthen the right leg up to the ceiling. We're going to stay with a little bit of a bent knee, just to start with. Could we pause, holding behind the calf or the thigh, and then circle the ankle? So flexed foot on the left, keeping us anchored to the mat, and then circling the other way on our right side, so inhaling and exhaling. As we bend the knees, we release both feet and draw the right thigh back in towards you. Could you go again? Inhale, hold behind the thigh this time, and exhale the leg a little bit longer up to the sky. Well done. Good, give me a little point and flex, the toes up and the heel up, the left foot is relaxed, the back resting on the mat, aiming not to over grip with the hands there. Last time, a point and a flex. Fold the knee into chest, take a breath in. And as you exhale this time, could we soften the elbows, tuck the chin to chest, and draw the nose towards the knee? So you just come up to that little curl up for me. Good, and then gradually inhale, and as we exhale, we lower down towards the ground, maybe bringing our thigh with us. Good, one more time, soften the elbows, nod your chin to chest. Draw yourself up, so firming up the centre, that little bit of a curl up. Elbows wide, and then as you come down, can you fold your thigh a little bit closer towards you? And as you release the foot, you're reaching the arms overhead, inhaling, stretching out the right leg to join the left. Good, on your next inhale, bring the arms up, sliding the right thigh towards you, and exhale, fold the leg in towards you, well done. So now the left thigh is folding in towards you and your right foot flexes. Yeah, well done. So right foot flexes and maybe just have a little bit of a movement around to find your, kind of best position. Hold behind the thigh and then extend the leg up. See if you can then reach up to the calf, flexed foot on your right side and start to circle the ankle around on our left. Good, inhale and exhale. Let's go the other direction. Just preparing the body this morning. Good, when you're ready, hold behind the thigh and then add a little point and a flex for me. Toes up and heel up. So we've got the leg lengthened, but maybe the knee slightly soft, aiming to find that hamstring stretch, but without overdoing it on these first few moments in our practice this morning. And now as you bend the knee in, can you fold the knee in, relax both feet, hold the shin, soften the elbows, nod the chin to chest and curl up. Now as you curl up, just start to notice that abdominal connection. Knee towards the nose, inhale, and as you exhale, can you draw your thigh a little bit closer towards you and lower your upper body and head down. Hold behind the thigh, extend the leg one more time. And as you bend the knee, nod the chin to chest, inhale. And as you exhale, draw the nose towards the knee. Try not to collapse into the shoulders, so just widen across the shoulders. As you lower down, can you fold the thigh a little bit closer, lengthening out the right leg and lower down towards the ground. Stretch out the left leg, reach both arms over the head again. This time, as we bring the arms, inhaling the arms back, can you slide your heels in and exhale to hug those both knees in towards you. With the knees in towards you, reach the hands up and take the arms wide. Keeping the heels fairly close to the bottom or placing the feet on the floor, inhale. And as we exhale to the left, take both legs over to the left side. Small move, turning your head towards the right. As we exhale, can we come all the way back to the center? Inhale and exhale to the opposite side. So drawing the legs in fairly close to the body Noticing the shoulders stay anchored to the ground. Last time each side. Exhaling, turning the head to the right, the legs to the left. Inhale and exhale to draw the legs back. Inhale, center. Exhale as we twist to the right side as our last time. Keeping the thighs close to the body, the shoulders relaxed. Well done. Good. Inhale and exhale as you draw the legs back to the start. Leave the arms where they are. Exhale, both legs up to the sky and flex the feet. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, up to the sky, flex the feet. Inhale, bend the knees one more time. Both legs extend, backs on the mat. Try not to lift your bottom. Press the heels up to the sky. Stay. An extra breath. Notice maybe the hamstrings have just started to loosen up a little bit. Now, as we bend the knees, can you in midair just cross both legs over? So both legs across, both thighs meeting. We place the feet to the floor, the right foot to the floor. Did I say cross the left over the right? I hope I didn't. Right foot to the floor. Now, could you lift your hips and budge your hips to the left and roll gradually over to the right? Now notice the left outer thigh, yeah? So we've crossed the left over the right. We've popped the right foot down. We've lifted the hips to the left, and then we've rolled to the right. Oh my goodness, we could have ended up, on the M25 at that rate, couldn't we? So the arms are wide, the shoulders are, that's it, yeah, that's it, lovely. Arms can be lower if that feels better for the neck and shoulders, so feel free to take the arms a little bit lower. I want you just to feel that openness through the hip and the waist, yeah, maybe the buttocks. Inhale, and as you exhale, could you extend your left leg just a little bit? Can you extend it away from you? So the left leg kicks a little bit out to that right side, well done. Good, now gradually bend the knee on the right, on the left, sorry, and then bring yourself slowly back to your central position. Lift both hips and come back to the center. As you unravel the left foot, bring both knees back into chest and exhale both legs up to the ceiling. Yeah, well done. Flex the feet again, pause. Beautiful. Now as we bend the knees in midair, can we cross the right over the left? Yeah, so cross the right over the left. And do you want me to move? Yeah. Right over left. Put the left foot down. Lift both hips, take the hips over to the right. And then gradually let the body twist over to the left. So you've got your right foot on the floor, well done. So can we open across the chest, the shoulders? Can the head be in the center? Can we make sure we're anchoring our right shoulder down? Some of us will be going a little bit of the way. So particularly for me on this side, I'm going to go a little bit less. Others might be able to travel over to get the right foot to the floor. And then if we wanted, on the exhale, could you extend your right leg out a little bit? So the right leg extends out. So the foot comes to the floor. That's it if you wanted. And again, on this side, I'm just going to stay there today, just letting my hips warm up, that outer thigh and hip area. So not going too challenging just to start. And then if we come back to using our little bit of abdominal strength, we could draw the legs back to the center, lift the hips and we come back to our start. Well done. Okay. Release both feet, take a pause, enjoy this. Reclining Baddha Konasana. So we bring the soles of the feet together. This is our last breath. The soles of the feet come together. The knees drift wide. And sometimes in class this feels a little bit of a possibly vulnerable position, but actually the safety of our own homes, just can be quite a nice released position. Notice the balls of the feet, the heels, notice the toes. We don't get to notice the soles of our feet very often, do we? You've got two options. Let your arms rest at the side of the body, just relaxing. So side of the body and just relaxing. And then our second option, if we wanted, would be to bring the arms up over the chest, however you like. And then as you widen your elbows, looking at the backs of the hands, then the backs of the hands just rest beyond the crown of your head and your elbows widen. So then we've got those two beautiful triangles with the upper body and the lower body. And then see if we can, with 5 breaths here, relax. Can you let go of the hips, the inner thighs? Can you let that go? Can you let go of the buttocks to help you just widen the knees? Can you let go of your back, your abdominal connection? Can we let go of the shoulders at the front? Can we let go of the elbows, the chest, the wrists, the hands? Last breath. Now, as we soften the elbows, if you've had the arms high, soften the elbows and creep the hands now, all of us, to the outside edge of the thighs. Draw the legs in and then bring the knees into chest. Setu Bandhasana, repeated twice. The last pose on our reclining position or in our supine position. So the knees and feet are in hip width. The arms are at the side of the body. Maybe your heels have come back a little bit towards your bottom, but make sure you feel comfortable in the back. Imprint your back to the mat and then lift your spine away from the mat. Could we focus on the knees reaching away from us, the inner thighs firming up? Now, so we're not going to allow those knees to drift. Now, your first option is to use the arms at the side of the body, press down through the hands, and then lift your hips and chest away from the mat. So that's our first option. If we wanted the second option, just a small creep of the shoulders under the body, a clasp of the hands rather than interlacing the fingers, and then pressing the hands down towards the ground. You could do that just with your palms as well if you don't want to interlace the fingers. And then see if we can take 5 breaths here and maybe creep the feet back a little bit further to press the hips a little bit higher. Could you just very gently, wherever you are, just rock your head from side to side so you know you're not crumpling up the neck there? Good, here's our last breath in our first round. Good, coming back to the feet, the inner thighs, the stretch through the front of the body. And as we part the hands, take the hands wide and then allow the shoulders to soften as you gradually come down. Inhaling and exhaling. Good, now without a breather, can we bring the arms back to the side of the body? Find your inhale, and as you exhale, peel up again. Find the feet, find the toes, the balls of the feet, the heels. And I need a little bit of inner thigh connection from everyone so the knees aren't drifting wide. And then your choice. Do you firm up the triceps, the forearms and the palms, and use the ground as support to lift your hips? Or can we creep those shoulders under the body, take hold of each hand and reach the hands towards the heels, or press firmly with the hands to the ground? So, and then again, notice the neck feels comfortable. Maybe we can creep those heels back towards the body. And then we talked about in our mind, the heels heading back to the shoulders. So in your mind, draw your heels back. Now firming up the thighs, firming up the inner thighs. Strong position. Good, and then from here, this is an option for anybody who's done any more than our bridge. So everybody could drop back a little bit, or just try this for me. Send your palms up to the ceiling and just take the hands by your ears. Yeah? And then a little bit of weight into the hands and lift yourself up and then lower down. So your fingertips are facing the back of your mat. One more time, just a little lift and then lower. Release the hands back to your start and then gradually come all the way back down. That's just a little prep. Ooh, ooh, anybody's legs feel quite fired up there. So bring the knees into chest, happy baby to release, 5 breaths. Soles the feet up to the ceiling, knees can widen, really wide's quite nice. And then take hold of the ankles or the tops of the feet and draw your knees down towards your armpits and stay. So quite nice to be holding onto the ankles. Some of us have got the toes, that's quite nice as long as you're not pulling your toes off. So, but you do have your knees wide. See if you can get your knees wide rather than, and your feet wide. Your feet are as wide as your mat. Yeah, nice. Good, last breath. And release the legs. So as we bring our knees in towards us, we've got the option of putting the feet down and rolling over onto our side. So that's better if we, get any dizziness. We can nod the chin to chest, take a pause, and then rock ourselves up to sitting. So totally up to you. Well done, ladies. Good, and then from here, can we bring the hands forward, bring ourselves to 4-point kneeling? Well done. Yeah, thank you for joining me there. Brilliant. So, absolutely lovely start there for everybody. Can we take a breath in, and on the exhale, can we round into our cat? Just enjoy. And on the inhale, can we release? And your next exhale, can we go cow pose? Tailbone up, chest down and head up. Good. And again, can we round on the exhale? Can we take an inhale and be quite proactive here, lengthening through the spine, not just kind of collapsing back. And then with the tailbone up and the chest down, the head comes up, and soften the shoulders, and just lightly here, last time, through to our cat pose, exhaling up. Inhale, firm up the hands and bring yourself to the long back. And then your exhale, can we get a little bit more movement? Maybe those hips up to the sky, chest softens, our gaze forward if the neck will allow. And then let's draw ourselves back to our start position. Puppy pose, knees are over the hips, the hands come forward towards the ends of your mat. If we're taking care of our neck just a little bit extra, we might just drop to the forearms and then lower the forehead down to the ground. If we're wanting a little bit extra from the pose, we can reach the hands forward, lower the chest, and with the straight arm position, rest lightly on the forehead. We know this one is easy to kind of collapse the whole spine, isn't it? Firm up the front of the body, just like we would do in our standing postures. Thinking of the lower ribs pulling back towards the back ribs and firming up our abdominals so the lower back stays long. Well done. Here's our last breath. Inhale and exhale. Beautifully done. Push down through the hands, maybe even dig in with the fingertips to lift you up first, to slide our hands back to our start position. Well done. So let's have one practice of our dolphin pose before we get a lovely flow going in our next part. So we're in 4-point kneeling. We come onto our forearms with our palms open and the fingers spread. Yeah, lovely. Good. And then from here, check in with your shoulder placement. So I want to see length all the way from the crown of your head to your tailbone. Firm up the center, so again, the back isn't going to collapse. and have a little bit of sense of grounding yourself with the arms. You know, so we're not just collapsing. And then from here, go small to start, tuck the toes, inhale, and as you exhale, take your weight back into the legs, so not all the way forward, and then see if we can come up to that dolphin pose, just letting your head hang. So in fact, the forehead can just rest very lightly, just, you know, skimming the mat if we wanted. Now, and then pause there. Let's maybe just let's have 5 breaths here. Yeah, lovely, really nice. Yeah, really nice. So the dolphin is actually an inversion, like, you know, like a handstand or a headstand. We were starting on our handstands, weren't we, before we went into lockdown. So, you know, this is quite a nice modified version of that for us, just to think about going upside down a little bit here. Good, here's our last breath. So notice the work for the shoulders, the upper body, legs as well, firm and strong. And then we release down. We come to the knees and we come back into child pose. But child pose now with the arms at the side of the body. Let your forehead rest on the mat, let the hands creep back towards the back of the mat. And maybe you can turn your head to one side, just really lightly resting the side of the head, no pressure. And then maybe the opposite side. Good. And while you're there, just bring your head back to the central position. Sit yourself right over the heels, because it's likely that we've got a bit more room. Can we come right back over the heels? And then just give the fingers a wiggle. Just give them a wiggle, just waking up those fingers, those palms. Yeah, give them a wiggle and a little open and close. Beautiful. And then bring the hands through and bring ourselves to 4-point kneeling. So 2 rounds of the next part, gang. So 2 rounds of the next part. I'd like you to actually make it fairly small. We haven't done too much to open up the front of the body, the hip, what we have with our bridge pose, but not a particular stretch. So go small to start. Yeah, stay with me. So when you're ready, firm up the palms, firm up the fingers. Anytime you want to, you're dropping back to any position that feels good. Down dog first, tuck the toes, inhale, and as we exhale, hips go up to the ceiling, your inner elbows face forward, your triceps head back towards your body, your head just hangs. Your head hangs, not just hangs, your head hangs. Your sit bones are high, your hamstrings are heading back towards the back of your room. Yeah, lovely. Okay, now from here, could we keep the heels lifted? Soften both knees for me just to start, and start to inhale your right leg up to 3-legged dog. So the right leg lengthens and lifts. We've got a bit of work here going on, haven't we? Possibly lowering your left heel, but maybe not. Firm up your right hand for a little bit of support. Lovely. Gang, inhale, start to bend the knee. I want the knee up to the ceiling, so we get a lovely pull through that front of the thigh. On the next inhale, can you draw your knee forward, taking your body weight forward over the hands? On the exhale, land lightly, right foot to right thumb. Yeah, gorgeous. Good, brilliant. Look at the back foot for me, check the knees facing forward. Can we reach the arms back as we inhale up to crescent lunge? Yeah? Yeah, well done. Reach the arms into a soft V. Extend the back leg for me, checking your front knees over your ankle. Yeah, back leg should be straight. Back leg is extended. Now, who's at the top? Oh, Penny, yes. Straight back leg if you can for me. Well, wonderful. Good, now we're not staying. Now the hands come to prayer. Hands come to prayer, soften the shoulders, weight through your front leg, and then can we lift to warrior 3, extending the back leg? Yeah, oops, yeah, that's it. Yeah. Now, could we keep the knee soft on our right side, but really stretch out the back leg? Pause for a breath. Good, I'm not the only one wobbling. Inhale, the arms release, and as you exhale, land back to your crescent lunge, lift the arms high. Again, I just want a soft V with the upper body. Beautiful. Now, as your arms lower, can we lower the back knee towards the ground? As the back knee lowers, slowly. Well done. If we need a cushion, grab your cushion or towel or even your folded up mat. Perfect. Bring the hands to prayer again, and we're in our low lunge. We're not staying. Ease the hips forward, firm up the center, relax the shoulders, yeah, and really just enjoying that soft upper body position here. Well done. So, can we take the hands either side of the front foot a little bit further back to split lunge, half split, sorry. Can we extend the front leg, finding a hamstring stretch, lifting the toes, planting the toes down and coming back to our lunge position, raise up to our prayer position. Well done. Hands come down, inhale, exhale, can we sit back to our half splits? Maybe our hands are coming back a little bit further. Good, one more time. Plant the foot down, raise the hands to prayer. Hands come down on the inhale and exhale, head back to your half splits, knowing we can bring the hands back a little bit further if we want. Lift the chest, lift your gaze, find the stretch down the back of the leg. Calf, yeah, firming up the back toes to support your back knee. Roll through to the front foot, and then could you bring your hands inside the right foot to lift the back knee, to turn both feet to face to your left. So don't worry if you've gone away from me, gang. I just want you to stay here. So inner thigh stretch, picking the toes up to the sky, and then sitting the hips a little bit towards the right side. You've got it. You've got it. That's it. Oh, Pippi, okay. Socks off. Socks off. Yeah, good. Well done. Good. Plant both feet down and then creep the hands inside both feet. Well done. Wide foot spreading. Allow your upper body to rest and maybe bring the palms to the ground. Yeah? If all that's feeling okay, if it's accessible, turn your thumbs out towards your ankles and then reach your hands back towards the back of your room. Yeah, very nice. I'm not going to take a picture of the screen at this point, just in case you got annoyed with me. Now, as the hands come back to the start, could we pick up both balls of the feet, turn the feet towards our front end of the mat? Yeah. And now we've got the back heel lifting, and we're back now to well, our pyramid pose, really. And then I'd like you to lift your right foot and bring it back, and we're back to down dog, aren't we? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, really well done, gang. Good. Do you think we can do all that again on this side? So it's exactly the same side, but I'd like us just to add a little bit of a kind of flow as we go, so we won't pause anywhere. Could you just check that both feet are hip width or a little bit wider? You've firmed up both hands, you've let the head just hang. Good, and then maybe lifting both heels to access the three-legged dog now. Can we inhale to sweep the right leg all the way up? Maybe that just feels a little bit better. Exhale, bend the knee. Maybe we can lower our left heel, maybe not. Yeah, gorgeous. So now inhale, drive the knee forward and come forward over the hands, pushing through that left leg. Your next exhale, land. Right foot to the thumb. Yeah, well done. As the arms sweep back, inhale to raise up to our crescent lunge. Yeah, and bring the hands just into that wide V position. Yeah, or your prayer, absolutely fine. Front knee over the ankle, double check that for me. And your back hamstring, your left hamstring heading up to the sky. As we bring the hands to prayer, take a breath in. Weight through our right leg, and as we exhale, we lift to our warrior three, hold 3 breaths. Hold 2 breaths, extending out through the crown of the head. Right leg can stay in that lovely bent knee position. Now, as we lower the back leg, inhale, we come back to our crescent lunge, inhaling the arms up. Yeah, good. So we're up on the back ball of the foot. Well done, yeah. Good, and then as we lower the arms, we head down to our low lunge position. Yeah, so low, well done. Good, we're back in prayer and we're feeling okay. We're doing absolutely brilliantly. Good, hands come either side, a little bit behind the front ankle. And as you exhale, can we go into our half splits? Chest is lifted. Good, come through on the next inhale and raise up to your low lunge position. Good, inhale the hands down, exhale half splits. Gorgeous. Are the hips even? Just double check that your right hip's as far back as the left. Last time, come through to our low lunge raise. Just bring the hands to prayer. Press the hips slightly forward. As the hands come down last time. Exhale as you lift the toes, sit back. And just notice that, maybe that bit of freedom in the hamstring that we've got there. Now, breathing out continuously, can you bring the right foot down? Bring the body to face that left side again. Pick up both feet. Oh no, that could be magic, couldn't it? Turn the feet so that you've got your inner thigh stretch on that left side again. We're not staying. Well done. We can pick up the left toes and push the hips over to that right side. Then plant both feet down and bring the hands inside both feet. Let your head hang. Take a breath. Could we work to keep the hips right over the ankles? Now, don't feel absolutely fine to have a lovely bend in the knee on this one. Don't be fearful of keeping the legs straight. Good. And maybe we could get the top of the head closer to the mat. Maybe we could turn the palms away and reach the hands back towards the back of the room. As the hands come back, we're going to now lift to the balls of the feet or on the heels, turn the feet to the opposite end of your mat, and then creep round. So you bring yourself just to a pyramid just for a breath, and then back to down dog, facing the opposite way. Or not, you don't have to, if you know, depends where you are. We'll lower to the knees, and we'll sit back to an extended child pose. So we're repeating that on the opposite side. The first one we take a little bit more time, and the second one we go a tiny little bit quicker. Yeah, so firming up the hands, bringing ourselves to 4-point kneeling. Yeah, get yourself comfy. Yeah, find a good position for you. Don't hesitate to move yourself around or your iPad around. Tap your toes, take a breath in. When you're there, set the shoulders away from the ears, length through the spine. Penny, I could do with a bit more length, bring your hands a little bit, that's it, a bit further away. So we're not here to start. Remember, we want the long back to start. Exhale, hips up to the sky. Inhale, inner elbows face forward. Firm up your triceps so the triceps are heading back. They're not winging out. Let your head just release, neck releases and relaxes. Left leg heads up to the sky, so reaching the leg up sky high, maybe lowering that right heel a little bit, then bending the knee and staying. See if we can get the knee up a little bit higher to the ceiling. Press the ground away with both hands and the right foot. Inhale, bring the knee forward, and as you exhale, can you land the left foot to the left thumb? Yeah, good, that's it, good. And then maybe the back foot gently heads back a fraction. Firming up both legs, can we inhale and raise up to our crescent lunge? Softness in the shoulders. Hamstring of the right leg heads up to the sky, your front knee is over your ankle. Remember, we came back to that connection with the lower ribs and the abdominals. The hands come to prayer. Maybe we need to bring that back foot in a fraction. And as we come to warrior 3 now, can we exhale to lift up into our warrior 3? Back leg extends. Left knee can stay bent, shoulders stay relaxed. Stretch the right leg out behind you, stay 3. Stay 2. Relaxing shoulders, here's our last breath. As we release the hands, can we land the right foot slowly and raise the arms back to the sky? Our crescent lunge again, hamstrings up to the sky on our right side, heel presses back, front knee over the ankles, ready to lower the arms as we lower the back knee. Do we need something under the knee to support us? Is the front knee over the ankles when we bring the hips forward? Hands are to prayer. Good, take a moment just to pause here. Return to your breath. Quite nice to have those back toes tucked for support for the knee. As we release the hands, inhale, hands back of the ankle, and as you exhale, extend your left leg, go small, pick up the toes, maybe sliding the hands back a little bit. There's length through the spine. Guys, so, try to create that length through the back by sending your breastbone forward. As we plant the foot down, inhale, and as we exhale, we raise up, just bringing our hands back to prayer, back to our low lunge. Double check how the knees feel. So if you need some support, then you get that. Hands come down as the body comes forward, and we hinge back. Hinge the hips back with the sit bones heading out rather than down. Chest is lifted, toes pick up. Foot comes down. As we come through, we come back to our low lunge, open the hips. Well done. Now chest is lifted, gaze is forward. Now the hands come down inside your left leg, and as we turn, lift the back leg, the heels come down to the mat and the toes face forward. Doesn't matter if you're facing the way. And we're easing over to our inner thigh stretch, picking up our toes and then budging the weight over to our left side a little bit. We're not staying, we're planting the feet down, just checking the feet are level. I've got to move my feet that one, just from our other position. Hands come inside, head hangs. Good, and then this time I'd like us to lift the upper body. So can we lift the upper body? So the fingertips are either on your book. Oh, this was where we needed our book or block, isn't it? Fingertips on the book or the block. I'm going to grab mine. So we can be here. So we've got an extended spine. Oh, well done, Ali. That's it. So we're lengthening out through the crown of the head. Budging your hips slightly forward to check that they're right over the ankles. Now lift it, and maybe we can even use the long side. Yeah, so we've got options there as we go. Good, create length through the spine. Deep inhale and exhale. Good, and as we move our block out of the way, just push it to the side. We lift up the balls of the feet, we turn back to the front or back end of your mat, and we bring our hands either side as we lift the back heel. When we're ready, we're sending the left leg all the way back, and we're back into down dog. Guys, you're doing brilliantly. So one more go through on our left side. Open the palms, spread the fingers, inner elbows face forward, triceps back, head hanging. Sit bones high to the sky, heels a little bit lower now. Maybe we've got access to that after we've done those stretches there. Left leg sweeps all the way up to the ceiling. Inhale. Can you bend the knee on the exhale? Doing well, gang. That's it, bend the knee, beautiful. Good, maybe we can lower that right heel down, maybe not. Chest pulls back towards the thighs, to the thigh. Inhale, start to bend the knee, lift, lift, lift. Drive through on that right side, exhale, land. Can your left foot come level with your fingertips? Back foot budges back a fraction. As you firm up both legs, can we inhale to crescent lunge in a soft V with the arms, or your prayer position if you've had enough of the upper body. Now, hamstring of that right side heads up to the sky. The hips head forward, the heel heads back. Double check your knee position. Firm up your center, lift your chest, lift your gaze. Beautiful. So now, as we release the hands to prayer, we travel the weight through to our left leg. That can lift us then to our warrior three, extending the back leg, lowering the chest level, 3 breaths. 2 breaths. Doesn't matter where you've got to on that last one. Release the hands, the back foot lands lightly, and then as we lower the back knee, we're back to our prayer position. Yeah, well done. Beautiful. From here, hands come down either side of the ankle. Exhale as you head back to our half splits. Remember, this is about the hamstring of that left leg, so go easy if you need to. Come through, inhale and exhale, you're back to your low lunge. Good, hands come either side, inhale, exhale, half splits. Bottom hovers over the heel, chest is lifted back, extends, shoulder placement, last time. Hands come down, doing really well, gang, and we lift to our low lunge, we are nearly there. Hands come down either side, inhale, and as you exhale, head back. Find that stretch. From here, as we plant the foot down on our left side, we can bring the hands round to our inside of our left foot, and then we bring ourselves up to our inner thigh stretch. So our hands come either side of our left foot, our right foot can lift, and we head into that inner thigh stretch there. That's it, Pippa, you've got it. That's it. So we can be here, can't we, just enjoying that stretch. As we plant the feet down, we can take our block one last time, lift to extend the spine. So lift to extend the spine, stretching out through the crown of the head. And then maybe if we firm up those legs now, we could wrap the hands round to the lower back, place the hands on the lower back, lift your chest and lift your gaze. Draw the shoulder blades together. Yeah? Firm up both thighs. Imagine your inner thighs drawing a little bit closer together and find your toes, even a little bit of a grip with the toes. If you wanted, interlace the hands, bring the palms together and then send the hands all the way up towards the ceiling. None of that do you have to do if you're just taking care of the neck and the shoulders a little bit there. Inhale, and as we exhale, release the hands back to the lower back, bend your knees for me, and then extend the legs as you place the hands back down to your block or your mat or wherever you've got to there. Let's go back to here. Good, and then from here, we're going to come round to the front end of the mat where we started, lower the back knee, and then bring your front foot back, take the knees wide, and then just join me in our wide knee child pose here. Very, very well done. Last breath. And just got the breath back. So if we firm up the hands, we'll bring ourselves up to our 4-point kneeling. And then we're coming to hero pose. So in theory, that is our thighs together and resting back onto the heels. But I know not everybody's going to want to do that. So Serena and Jane, you could actually be, or anybody could actually start here and end here. You don't have to start in the hero pose. Yeah. So if it's better for your knees, start here and just add in the arm action. So if we're starting in hero pose, the Tibetan sun salutation, which is quite a nice sequence really. So just enjoy this now, just before our last couple of postures. So we're inhaling and we're raising, but we're actively raising up through the thighs. And we're raising the arms up, that's our inhale. On the exhale, we sit the bottom back and we bring ourselves to child pose. And again, that might be puppy pose instead. Yeah. Now, as we come through, just a continuous breath brings us forward onto the forearms and then onto our tummy. And from here, a supported cobra, or your full cobra. Yeah, so again, totally up to you if you want to make that smaller with the arms wider. And now as we lower down, the hands come under the shoulders, tuck the toes, and your exhale brings you through to down dog. And it's really just a breath. And then we're lowering to the knees. And our exhale brings us back to our hero pose. So let's try that again. Inhaling the arms, the arms go wide. Inhaling the arms up. Exhaling as we sit back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, find your position. Inhale to lift. Exhale all the way through to down dog. Inhale to the knees. And exhale to hero pose. Inhale as we rise. Exhale as we sit to child's. Inhale and exhale through. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands come back through to down dog. Inhale to the knees. Exhale to hero pose. Last time. Inhale, rise. Exhale, child pose. Inhale and exhale through. Inhale, rise. Hands come back. Exhale, tuck toes to down dog. Well done again. Inhale to the knees. And exhale to hero pose. Well done. So our last dolphin practice is going to be with a slightly different arm position. We'll just do 3 to 5 breaths. Yeah. So just so we know what we're doing. So if we come back to 4-point kneeling, bring ourselves onto our forearms. Oh, that's it. So we were on our forearms here, weren't we? Elbows under the shoulders, palms are down, forearms are down. We can from there, just bring the hands together. So we can try that. See which feels better for you. So let's try that one. So we've got the forearm position and then we bring the hands together. That can give us a little bit of a firmer base. And then we tuck the toes. We lift the hips. And I quite like just resting the top of my head into my hands at that point. So the elbows, the forearms grounded, the heels high, and maybe we've got access to find the heels a bit closer to the ground. Still the sit bones high. That's it, penny adapting where you need. And then to release, we release the hands, we bob the knees down, and we'll just come back into a child pose. Well done. Pigeon pose just as our last posture, and then we'll have a short little relaxation as well. So let's go left knee to left wrist, left foot out to the left side of your mat, to the right side of your mat, sorry, and then heading your right leg back, squaring up the hips as you know. Yeah, well done ladies. And then allowing the body to reach forward over the thigh. The main thing is that you've got quite a good stretch in the buttock of your left side. And I know, you know, there's a couple of people already just bringing to mind that, you know, that might be too much for the knee. So remember, we can roll away from the pressure on the knee. You can do that if you prefer. You can do your lying position instead as well, can't you? A couple more breaths, deeper breaths. And as we come up now, we'll tap the back toes. We'll fudge our left leg back to bring our right knee to the right wrist. Right foot out to the left side of your mat. Square up your hips. And then allow yourself to come over your thigh and rest down. And see which feels better for the arms. Is it better to fold the arms, or is it quite nice to stretch the arms out? Do you need to roll off the knee? Last couple of breaths here. And we tuck back toes. We bring ourselves up. Bring the right leg through. And then make your way back to Shavasana, just where we started this morning. We can stretch the legs out, let the legs just travel just wherever they want to go, a little bit wider. Arms facing up, shoulders relaxing. And then closing our eyes just to finish our practice this morning. As we close our eyes, just find our breath, find our back to our yoga breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Quick scan from the soles of the feet, and noticing a little bit cool air on the soles of the feet. Ankles relax, shins and calves, knees, pressing the back of the pelvis on the mat, buttocks, back of the ribs, shoulders, backs of the arms, maybe our forearms, backs of the hands, back of your head. Noticing the warmth of your body, maybe the blood flowing, a little bit quicker, a bit more energized. There's a little bit more heat in muscles. The thoughts come and go. That's fine, we accept them and then just pat them away. And come back to our Shavasana and our breath. And inhale. And then breath through the mouth. Deeper inhale through the nose. Exhale. Maybe opening our eyes, let's bring ourselves back to now. And we bend the knees, bring the knees into chest, rock the back. And we can lower the legs and make our way slowly up, sitting or not. I might just leave you now.
Thanks, Carolyn.
I'm sorry, Pippa's going. Inhaling the air.
Oh, sorry.
No, you can always, literally, we're just going to namaste. So bring the hands to the heart and namaste. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Carolyn,
Oh yeah.
Carolyn, you know when you did, there was one thing I couldn't quite see because of the little small screen. You know when you did the shoulder bridge and then you put the hands behind and then you did small lifts. I couldn't see what you did. Are you able to show me that again?
Yes, sorry. So are you on your phone, are you?
No, I'm on the iPad, but you know, I've got like the small screen of myself in the corner. And
Yeah,
that was exactly where your head was and shoulders, so I couldn't see what you were doing with your hands.
I see.
If you spin round the other way, if you can go the other, that's it, perfect. Then I can see.
So we were in our bridge, weren't we? So it's just really just the prep for the wheel that I'm not necessarily expecting anybody to want to do.
Yeah.
But from our bridge, once we've got the height and we've got our foot placement, the palms are facing up to the sky, and then you're walking your hands as you're trying to get your hands to the shoulder, your fingertips through to your shoulder, your palms go down, your elbows stay tucked in, and we just did that little lift. So,
Okay. So that's where it's aiming for, I guess.
That's where, so it's just really to get everybody, maybe I can do that, maybe I can just get that little bit of a lift. I'm not suggesting anyone wants to do that, or, you know, it's essential, but I just wanted to let you know where that can go.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, I just couldn't quite see it. Brilliant, thank you.
It's really just kind of there.
Yeah.
To do that push.
thank you.
Thank you
so much,
Thanks very
Carolyn.
much.
Anybody else? I'll see you on Thursday or Friday.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Later.